What's good with you, folks? What's good with you? This is Ray Davis coming to you with the truth. This is I Need a Mic podcast where I will be discussing mental health struggles I battle with just like you. Let's talk about the tagline I use. It's to say, enough is enough. Give me my damn mic. I'm tired of the trauma I'm going through. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope everybody's out there doing good, being safe, staying safe, doing all and everything that you can on this beautiful, beautiful day. Weather's really nice. Weather's really nice. So it feels good to be in some good weather, to definitely be in this wonderful weather. Give me one moment, folks. I am trying to send off the slide to someone who is interested into listening, and I cannot freaking find my YouTube. Hold on, I'm just on YouTube right now, folks. So give me a moment, please. Make sure to send this live out. Yes, if you are new here, if you are new on here, welcome, 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 welcome. If you are listening to I Need a Mic Live right now, I do appreciate you so freaking much. Just give me a moment. I'm trying to see where am I live at and if I can share this live. So I'm just like right I'm actually on my YouTube app now trying to see if I'm posted up here on live. Just want to make sure. Uh not I might have to probably physically send it from YouTube. I mean, from my laptop. I'm on YouTube. Let's see. Let's do this. Here we go. Yes, 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 yes. All right, um, now I can share this. Share this out. Yeah, now I'm on my TikTok. Give me a moment, folks. Give me a moment, please. Getting ready to send this out. So, yes, yes, yes. Like I said, I wanted to send this out to people. I need to actually start to do this more often. Let me see. I'm gonna have to definitely figure out a way of doing this. Like it's something that I'm thinking about doing more of. Letting folks know when I'm gonna be on live, and also sending folks the link to my live broadcast. But let me post this up on TikTok. I'm sorry, on TT. Let me post this up on TT and be like, I'm live now. Actually, no, let me not do that. Let me delete. Yes, that's it. Let me say live. Nope, sorry. uh, Give me one moment. We're going to definitely get this started. Just, I'm the only one who's posting up, so I'm just trying to reach out to people, let them know, let folks know. So yes, if you or anyone is interested into listening to my live broadcast, let me know. I do not mind letting folks know when I'm going to be on live. Um, I really don't haven't had a lot of people popping through on live for me. Um, but it'll be cool. It'll be cool if people are definitely popping in. Yes, once again, I'm Ray. Hi, how you doing? If people do pop up and you pop up in the chat, let me know what's up. Uh, just say, hey Ray, I'm here. So before we get started with uh today's episode, put a content warning. Content warning. If there's anything I had or have said in previous episodes that had offended you or anyone you had shared any episode with, I'd like to apologize. I like to also remind you I'm not condoning what I said about my podcast. I'm real, I'm authentic, and I'm a warrior. I'm no longer censored, I'm no longer limited, I'm no longer silent. Mental health will censor you, mental illness will limit you, and mental emotions will silence you. Ah, so, yes, how's everybody doing out there? Once again. um, I know it's been a minute um since I've been on. I know this weather has been also bipolar too. I've let me really so I'm like right in the midst of trying to get everything all situated on my laptop. So there we go. Got the episode post up. Uh, so once again, I hope everybody staying safe with this bipolar weather. Um, yes, back at it. Another podcast episode. Titled "Is Your Hustle Professional or Spiritual?" And I do have a new poem with this episode as well. I know it's been a minute since I have done a podcast episode. So many reasons why that is, but there's no excuse for being absent on my podcast. Yes, I should do more podcast episodes if I do not have a podcast interviews lining up. The truth is, and y'all know on here I'm always honest. The truth is I'm financially depressed. What I'm struggling with is the is the impact of constant financial stress leading to anxiety, depression, or loss of confidence in the future. I want to do more things and support so many good people, but of course, financially, respectfully, I can't. It's going to take me more than a minute for things to financially happen for me the way I plan. Um, but that is not the focus of this episode, of course. In this episode, I will be discussing the difference between professional, spiritual, and how it involves your mental health. Um, are you or of course, uh anyone going through any types of elements, any types of these elements I will be reciting in this episode today. Um there are some elements that I have recently looked up um to really understand um the difference between your hustle professionally and your hustle spiritually. And then of course I'm gonna break down what does it do to you mentally. So spiritually, and once again, if you feel like if you feel like these elements relate to what it is you have going on, please hit me up in the chat or say a comment and be like, yeah, Ray, I understand what you're saying. I'm actually going through it myself, or I'm in the midst of trying to figure it out if this is what I'm going through. If it's not what I'm going through, then what is going on with me? And so, and this once again just all involves your hustle, all involves your craft, all involves your art. So spiritually, when you think of a lot of things, of course one of them is the discipline. But using the discipline as a practice, right? Hustling requires consistency, patience, and resilience, qualities that are also valued in spiritual growth. So, another spiritual element is faith and uncertainty. Pursuing goals often means stepping into the unknown, which can deepen trust in oneself, a higher power, or the practice of life. Another one, sense of purpose. When hustle is aligned with meaningful intentions, not just busyness. It can feel like a calling rather than a grind. Humility and gratitude. Hustling teaches lessons through wins and failures, both of which can strengthen humility and appreciation. Inner strength. Overcoming challenges builds not just external success, but also inner peace and resilience. I definitely um relate to faith in uncertainty, sometimes sense and purpose, and um inner strength. I definitely relate to those. So the next elements I will be discussing will be the professional part. So one of the professional elements is skill building. Hustle sharpens problem solving, time management, and creativity, highly transferable professional skills. Uh, Visibility and of course, yes, visibility and rep. Hard work and per- persistence often get noticed, open doors for new opportunities. So having being very visible also helps your rep with a lot of people. So network growth. Hustling usually means reaching out, collab, and showing up. Key to professional advancement. Network growth is not easy, and I've experienced this since I started my platform. It is definitely not easy. To definitely also collab with people is also not easy. There are some people who are willing to collab with you who actually go through it with you to say, hey, we have collab. Then there's other people who say they want to collab, but they're not reaching out or they're not um, connecting back with you to collab. And sometimes a lot of people are not ready to collab too. Um, all these things I have experienced. I'm still experiencing one of these things and can't really say what it is I'm willing to do to work through when people want to say they want to collab, but they don't really show the action that they want to collab. For me, just being blunt, me being for real, honest, my show always gonna go on. That is what I'm doing to the next step further. After knowing that some people just are not ready, or some people don't want to collab, or some people not connecting on me to collab, I'm like, at the end of the day, respectfully, my show gonna always go on. So adaptability, the drive to keep pushing through setbacks, prepare someone for an ever-changing workplace. Adaptability, yeah. Oh yeah, I love to push through setbacks. That is one thing that does motivate me. That is one thing that does drive me. That is one thing that does inspire me. That's one thing that's motivate me is to, yes, push through setbacks. And I do. I do push through setbacks. So next element is energy. Consistent effort compounds over time, leading to leading to tangible process in career or business. The key is balance, of course. Hustle benefits spiritually when it's not only about chasing outcomes, but also about who you become through the process. Professionally, it pays off when the hustle is paired with strategy, rest, and reflection. Whew, man. I ain't gonna lie, I actually want to say that again. The key to knowing your hustle is your professional and spiritual. The key is balance. Hustle benefits spiritually when it is not only about chasing outcomes, but also about who you become through the process. Professionally, it pays off when hustle is paired with strategy, rest, and reflection. I'm gonna put that up in the episode description. That was wow, wow. You know what? That could have been that could have been the episode quote. Man, no, I'm just gonna put that in that episode description. That right there? That hit, and it hit. Ooh, did it hit? That hit. All right, so I do have the elements of how profession how professionalism and how spiritual affects your mental health when you're hustling. So the first element is awareness of intention. If hustling feels draining, anxious, or purely transactional, your mental health may be signaling that the hustle is mostly professional, chasing external goals. Woo! Yes. Yes. That is definitely a switch. And I can only hope it also aligned with what a lot of people's going through today. So the second element of awareness of intention. If hustling feels aligned, peaceful, even during struggle, it often has a spiritual dimension, growth beyond just outcomes. Cool. Yeah, yeah. If hustling feels aligned and peaceful, even during struggle, wow, wow. So the second uh, topic element to your mental health with hustling. Balance versus burnout. Professional hustle unchecked can lead to burnout, stress, and loss of joy. Mental health issues like chronic anxiety or exhaustion can be a sign you're hustling for validation or survival. Yeah, that is understanding. Burnout is definitely understanding. So the next element is spiritual hustle. Spiritual hustle tends to integrate rest, reflection, and meeting. Even when hard, it doesn't constantly deplete you. It sometimes even energize you because it feels purposeful. It feels purposeful. Wow, that is definitely interesting. So the third element is resilience and recovery. When your mental health is strong, you can see setbacks as lessons. That's spiritual growth. The second element is when mental health is fragile, setback may feel like proof of failure. Professional hustle um, overshadowing inner well being. Yes, definitely don't want that. You definitely don't, that is a big part of your recovery, and you definitely don't want that. So, fourth and last element is identity and self worth. The first topic or sub element. If your self worth rise and falls only with achievements, your hustle is leaning professional. Let me say that again. If your self worth rises and falls only with achievements, your hustle is leaning professional. Pretty powerful. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's I actually relate to that feeling, to be honest with you. I have recognized that within myself. I really have recognized that within myself when it's like I was happy. I was more happy to receive donos, meaning donations. I was more happy receiving donations than I was accepting conversations. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So I've really started to recognize that a little bit more. And I'm like, yeah, no, there is something that I would like to understand. But that meeting had just really awakened within myself. And I was like, no, I'm starting noticing that. My house is leading more professional when I'm happy to receive donations versus interested in conversations. So if your self worth is stable because you see your hustle as part of your journey or calling, that's more spiritual. Cool. Like I said, even for somebody who just coming in, somebody who just clicked on the YouTube link and was like, I'm interested in hearing Ray live. Because sometimes Ray be talking some shit. And sometimes the shit Ray be talking, it'll be some shit. So I want to say that again for somebody. If your self worth is stable because you see your hustle as part of your journey or calling, that's more spiritual. So, in short term, aka in Ray term, your mental health acts as a compass. If your hustle drains your well being, it may be overly professionalized. If it nurtures resilience, peace, and purpose, even in challenges, it carries a spiritual dimension. I'm putting that up in the episode description too. It's true. What? What? Oh my gosh. Say what? Your mental health acts as a compass. If your hustle drains your well being, it may be overly professionalized. If it nurtures resilience, peace, and purpose, even in challenges, it carries a spiritual dimension. Whoa. Oh my God. So you gotta have resilience. You gotta have peace, and you definitely have to keep on carrying your purpose. If your hustle is spiritual, that is three elements, that is three ingredients, that is three buckets of water that your plant would definitely love to have, or should to have, or can to have, or working on to have. Resilience, peace, and purpose. That's the R double P. That's the R double P. So let's get into some poetry. Let's get into some poetry. Poetry? Where you at, poetry? She right here. She right here. So once again, if you're new to listening to me on I Need a Mic podcast, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Whatever time you were able to tune in, that is okay because this is going to be recorded and broadcast. Not only recorded, but it's also broadcast. So I definitely will be publishing this as well too. After. So today's episode, piece is titled "Spiritually Driven, Professionally Building." Spiritually driven, professionally building. Oh my gosh. I swear I'd be surprising myself when I be writing some pieces. Um so all of the new episodes as of recently gonna have new poems attached to them. I've been really wanting to keep up on writing and also writing new poems for my episodes. Um this is like a life book. This is like a life story book, and I'm just, being myself. Just being myself. So spiritually driven, professionally built. It's the inner strength I carry inside. Fuel in my spirit, the flame in my stride. Purpose is free. It's the compass I trust. Walking in greatness, I rise from the dust. Yeah, it's Ray time. The clock says go. Listen for a minute. Let the whole world know. Disciplines the practice. My journey, my creed. A seed I've been planting now. Watch it succeed. Faith in a storm, but the bill still stack. Uncertainties constantly, it won't pay me back. But gratitude's golden, my mood stay true. It lifts me above when the pain breaks through. Adaptability choking, but I learned how to breathe. Networking cutting cuts deep, wash the blood that I bleed. Still, I hand out my card cause the hustles is art. Life is heavy, but an interview? That's the easy part. Consistency flow like ink from my pen. Awareness, my spirit. I channeled it in. Hustle, stay sharp. Problem solving's my blade. When I get it started, I'm a beast unafraid. Resilient recovers me, pulls me back strong. Every setback's a rhythm, another verse in my song. Are you my lady? My partner, my key? If not, then the mirror reflects back to me. Identity's solid, self worth in my view. I know who I am. I know what I'll do. What else can I build? Let the blueprint unfold. A nonprofit rising in 2026 is gold. I'm talking visions with precisions and ambitions redefined. I'm walking purpose, persistence, and rhythm and time. I'm the Arthur, the speaker, the one on the grind. This is Ray's world. Yeah, the moment is mine. So salute to the struggle, the lessons, the climb. Every scar is a lyric, every loss is a rhyme. From the streets to the mic, from the dark to the shine, I declare to the world that is Ray's time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be recording that after this. Cause man, I swear, I don't be. I. It is the gift in me. It is the gift in me, and I'm going to be reciting it more, Jenny. This is the gift in me. This is the gift in me. Before I get to the end of this episode, I do want to be personal, be a little bit personal with y'all. I was outside earlier, um, working on I Need a Mic self reflection series. I had my camcorder out. I was recording myself. I was recording answers. I was being truly authentic and very, very vulnerable outside. Um, I've lost a cousin recently, one of my older cousins. And two of my family members are in a hospital right now. So much is going on. So much is going on. I'm still holding a lot in emotionally. I did let some emotions out earlier. Um, but man, y'all missed it because I was recording it. Like, damn, when? Like, it's windy outside today, and as I was recording, and I came back home to listen and watch all the videos I had recorded, all I could hear was just the wind fucking up the whole recording. The whole recording is just windy. It was just I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna post these up. I'm not gonna publish these. The wind was just freaking heavy this morning, and I had it all planned out, y'all. Cause I do want to start to record myself, answering some questions, writing some freestyle poetry, um, being comfortable on camera. that is what I'm definitely working more on. So if I'm, absent or if I'm not out and about outside, please just bear with me. Behind closed doors, I'm going through it. Emotionally, I'm just going through it. But I'm definitely going to be better. I'm going to work on getting better. So I can be better. And then I'm going to be working on maintaining to be better and working on to stay better. Oh, I'm not going to even lie. I need a hug. Just someone really strong. I just need to fall on someone